Hi guys, welcome to AndroGuider. So in this video we are going to review the MIUI 8 ROM. This is a beta build of MIUI 8 6.9.29 and this ROM is based on Android Marshmallow and it comes in with the September 2016 security patch as well. And in order to enable the developer options you need to tap on the MIUI version 4 times. Um, so just a few things to mention. First of all, that this ROM does allow you to share the password of the Wi-Fi network you are connected to. So just in case you want to share the password, you can get your friends or family members to scan this QR code using a QR code scanner, and then they would be able to connect to the same Wi-Fi network you are connected to. Another small optimization is that the you can switch between data and WLAN automatically depending upon the connectivity, or obviously more preference would be given to the Wi-Fi networks. And the option to refresh the Wi-Fi has been pinned down to the lower edge of the screen, so I think that makes refreshing your Wi-Fi a bit less tedious. Earlier you would have to go into that three-dotted menu in the top right corner of the screen and then tap on the refresh option, so I think that's a bit less tedious. Also you can now share your phone's internet connection using Bluetooth as well, using Bluetooth tethering, and in case you want to mirror your screen's output to a wireless display, then you can do that as well. um, Display settings, we have brightness level, system font, text size, auto rotate screen, pulse notification light, basic stuff. Then you can configure different wallpapers for both the lock screen as well as the home screen, and more importantly, you can also, using wallpaper carousel, you can configure after what time interval should the lock screen wallpaper be updated. Just make a note that I'm not referring to the home screen wallpaper. Wallpaper carousel does not change the home screen wallpaper at all, it just changes the lock screen wallpaper. And then if you prefer to download wallpapers on the mobile data too, then you can check in this option. um, then this ROM does have its own theme engine as well. But just make another side note that in this ROM certain paid themes are available, some of them are free, but the way this ROM goes about theming is that if you apply a theme, then the entire theme would be applied. You just can't pick and choose which components of the theme should be applied. Then we have the sound and vibration settings. You can configure the ringtones, vibration for calls, and then you can also configure vibration in silent mode and the vibration intensity as well. Then we have the dial pad tones, touch sounds, screen locking sounds, and then we have some audio settings. So this is basically the place where the MI sound enhancer is present. So you can configure the audio output of the speakers and the headsets through this equalizer menu. And then you can just also another great feature which is present in here is that you can assign functions to the according to the headphone you are using. So just press the button and then you can configure various actions. Headphone remote buttons, using the remote buttons of your headsets you can configure the volume level and the music playback. That's all what we have in here. Then we have the lock screen and password. So there are three types of lock screen which are present in here: pattern, pin, and password. And you do get the privacy protection password option as well. I'll just draw mine, and then using this you can lock your messages, photos, files, notes, anything you want to behind a pattern lock. And then app log is present in there as well. You can select the apps which you want to lock behind a pattern lock. Then child mode is present in there as well. Turn on the child mode to prevent unwanted action when the phone is being used by a child. You can just select the apps, lock SMSs, accessible apps. You can just configure all that stuff. Then you can configure the owner info, the bottom lock screen, shortcuts, sleep timeout. Maximum is 10 minutes, or in fact you can using the never option you can your device, the screen will remain turned on till the time you press the power key manually. Then you have wake lock screen for notifications, something similar to the ambient display. Then wake with volume keys, launch the camera when the volume down key is pressed twice, and prevent pocket dials, pretty much like the pocket mode. Notification and status bar settings. So you can So this ROM comes in with two options. First of all, I would be showing you the combined option. Using the combined option, it will just do some sort of a quick system UI restart, or whatever you may call that as. Okay, so the combined layout will put both the quick setting toggles and the notifications together. And to expand the notification toggle, you can just swipe down, or you can in fact use this option as well by tapping on this button, and then the quick settings panel can be expanded. And if you prefer to have the separate layout, um, there we go. So if you tap on the separate layout, then I'll just be showing that to you. Okay, then using the separate layout, both the notification and the quick settings panel has been separated. You can I hope you can see this two dotted which icon, which represents that there is a paged style layout. And to now access the quick settings panel, just swipe to the left edge and you would be able to view all the quick setting tiles which are in there. Then you can configure app notifications as well, toggle positions. So you can press and hold to pick a toggle. You can actually using this, these are all the quick setting toggles which are present in there. I'll just let you guys have a look at this. And then if you wish to configure the toggles, you can then, I guess, yeah, you can access all the quick setting toggles using this option. And in case I'll just go back uh, to the combined layout, and we'll just do a system UI restart once again. And then okay, so now using the combined layout, when you just expand the quick settings panel, then you will get this more option in. And in here you are only allowed to display 11 quick setting toggles. If you have the separate page layout, then you will be getting all access to all the quick setting toggles which the ROM has to offer. So you can just drag and drop and select whichever quick setting toggles you want to place in, and only the top 11 placed above this bar are shown in the quick settings panel. Similarly, now we have the you can show notification icons in the notification. If you want to connection speed, carrier name, you can edit the carrier label, then collapse after touch, and if whether or not you want to show the quick settings panel on the lock screen, you can enable or disable that. So these are the graphical indicators which we have currently. This is the graphical one, then this is the percentage one, and this is the top bar one. This is just like the battery bar located on the top edge of your screen. And then if you want the collapse after touch, so say if you just tap on any notification, what should happen? Should it collapse? Should that notification panel collapse? If this option is disabled, then whenever either irrespective of the fact whether you tap on the notification bar or not, that the notification panel will remain in there. Then that's what the collapse option is meant for. Sorry. Okay, so I guess you guys were able to get what it is meant for. Then we have the second space option. Second space basically allows you to have two separate spaces. This is just like using two devices, but when I try to turn on second space, it does not work for my device. But I hope you are able to get an idea of what this functionality is meant for. But this was giving me a force close when I was using it with my device. Then we have the do not disturb mode, pretty clear by the name itself. You can repeat the do not disturb mode whenever you want to. You can set a time for that as well. Set the time limit, activate with MI band from to, and if you want to repeat it, you can select that time interval as well. Weekdays, custom, you can just configure all that. And exceptions, if you want to allow certain contacts to be passed to be filtered through the do not disturb mode, then you can do that. Sounds, what do you want sounds for? Calls, events, or messages. And then if you want to have repeated calls, using this option, so say if there is an emergency call and your phone has do not disturb mode enabled, then if a second call is received within 3 minutes, then you would be then your phone would be ringing even though the do not disturb mode is enabled. Now under the battery and performance settings, you can pretty much, you have the power menu. You have this will be then be showing you the battery percentage, and if you want to analyze the battery usage, all that stuff can be done from in here. Whether or not you want to enable the battery saver, and if you want to enable the battery saver, you can just turn on this option and schedule time to switch between modes. So say if you are, when you are sleeping at night, and you want to enable the battery saver mode, then you can do that as well using by enabling this, by checking in this option. You can obviously configure the start and the end time interval. Then you can analyze the battery usage. This is pretty much like a clean master. In fact, clean master, a lot of functions of clean master are built inside the ROM, including the cleaner and all that stuff. So basically, if you want to use it, I won't recommend you to use this option, but still, if you want to use this option, it is present in there. I guess that's all. And then using by tapping on this gear option, you can configure turn off the mobile data when the device is logged, clear cache when the device is logged, battery drain notifications, heating notifications, schedule power on and off. Again, if you are sleeping and you want your device to be automatically powered off, then you can do that as well. Then the battery indicator, where do you want it to be present, what do you want the battery indicator to be, in the form of percentage, battery, I guess we have already covered this up. Then battery use, that will then just give you a list of the applications which have been using the battery and how much battery percentage they have utilized. You go to hardware, and then you would be able to see all those screen timeouts and everything of that sort. Then you can enable or disable the system animations, manage apps battery usage. Just in case you want to just check this out, you can turn on, if you turn on the MIUI power saving mode, then it will restrict background activities whenever possible. But for the purpose of recording this ROM review, I have disabled it manually, but by default it is turned on. Then we have the storage settings, and this is where that cleaner thing is present. I definitely won't recommend you to use this, but just in case you want to use it, these are all the options which are present in. Then it will just scan your device and see whatever can be cleaned, and and you can there see that powered by clean master. There it is. So I personally don't use clean master at all, and I wouldn't even recommend you to use it as well. I had written a blog post regarding this very same thing, and I will definitely pin down a link below in the description for that as well. And then you can configure the date and time, language input, child mode, we already have covered that up. Privacy settings, again device administrators, unknown sources is checked in by default, and then encrypt device, all that services, all that stuff is present in here. Quick ball, using you can turn on quick ball if you want to. Basically this is nothing but it will just roll out this device in the form of that. I will definitely be covering that up. You can select the shortcuts, home, menu, lock, screenshot and back. These are the options which are available. Preferred gesture tap, you can hide the quick ball automatically in selected apps, and then you can just pick all those apps which you want, in which you want to hide quick ball. Basically this option can also be accessed using this navigation bar button. Then preferred gesture tap, you can I guess swipe or tap, that's up to you. Move aside when full screen, show on lock screen, restore defaults. Okay, so this is kind of one-handed mode you can call it as. So say if you just tap on the home button, it will take you back to the home screen. If you tap on the recents button, then it will show you the recents. So pretty much this is the basic stuff. Then you can configure the screenshots as well. We do get the 3-finger screenshot gesture. Screenshot sound can be enabled or disabled. Buttons, then you can again this is something which was present in dirty unicorns as well. You can screen buttons can be hidden. Swipe down to hide screen buttons. If you want to hide the navigation bar, then you can do that. Quick ball shortcut, this is the option which we are talking about in here. Just you can just tap on it to enable it, or tap back again on it to disable it. So that's completely up to you. Then mirror back and menu buttons are present in there as well. Then you can configure the single tap actions. Recent key, what should you do? Show the menu or the recent apps tray. Then long press actions can be configured as well. These are the options which we get: launch assistant, close current app, launch quick search, show recent apps. uh, Home, again, pretty much back. And then you can configure the long press actions and automatically disable the navigation bar buttons if you want to. But since my device only doesn't have any hardware keys of the home for the home button and back and the recent key, that's why I won't be using in that option. uh, then we do get the 100 mode in, and also don't get too much excited by that assistant thing. Basically, assistant does not work. If you quickly want to check that out, I will just quickly show it to you as well. um, I guess it was present somewhere inside in here. uh, Tools, assistant was present in here. There it is. And assistant actually does not work for me, and maybe it may work for certain Chinese. Again, as you can see that it only supports Chinese language. So for folks who are using the English language, assistant won't come in handy at all. um okay, I guess then we do get the 100 mode as well, and it just gives you a preview of the short animation in using which you can enable or disable the 100 mode. Again, if you just want to have a look at it, then enable 100 mode, it will ask you whether or not you want to enable it. And if you want to use the 100 mode, then you can definitely use it. But you just saw that I enabled it for my device, and how the 100 mode actually is working. It is, instead of actually shortening the things for me, it is actually magnifying them. And but actually that is not what the 100 mode is intended for, but still. Then we have MI mover, in case you want to move stuff from one phone to another. And then the recipient or the sender, both of them should be using MI mover, but people these days prefer to use third-party applications such as Zender and Share It over MI mover. Then we have developer options. These are present under additional settings now, not above the about phone menu. OEM unlocking, skip screen lock, stay awake, USB debugging, all that stuff is present in here. Show touches, so all that stuff. Force closed apps, if you want to enable or disable force close notifications, then you can do that as well. Turn on MIUI optimization, you can just enable or disable that as well. So I guess that this pretty much sums up the settings menu. Lastly, we have the app lock, which I have already covered up. Permissions, we will be going through that in a while. Dual apps, basically this will create two copies of the same application. And then if you want to, you can just turn this on, and then it will be create a dual copy of the same app. And so if you want to use two apps, use two apps in a same way, then using this option you can do that. Let us see. I guess it will take a bit of a time. So there you can see that the icon now has been added to the home screen. I'll just go back to the home screen and show you. This is the original app, and this is the copy of the same app. Again, so it's this just feature might come in handy sometimes, but now that is completely up to you. In case you want to use two copies of the same app, this just might come in handy. Say if you want to use two WhatsApp accounts on one single phone, then this can work. But using this application to your advantage, using this feature to your advantage, is obviously up to you. And now just a few more things. So first of all, as you can see that yeah, sorry. So first of all, just as you can see that we do have a search bar right embedded inside the quick settings panel header. So using this, you can quickly search for websites, apps, contacts, videos. But again, everything is in Chinese, but say if I want to search for an app, yeah, there you would be able to spot the apps which are in there, inside the inside which has been installed, or which is either a system app. Apps can be searched for, and in fact contacts, videos, all that stuff can be searched for using this very uh, uh, using this search panel. And then if you want to view the daily weather, or the hourly forecast of the place you are residing in, then that can be done as well. But for that, GPS would be required, so just ensure that GPS is enabled. um and then I guess and then if you tap on the date, then you would be taken to the calendar application. And this is what we have in the calendar application. You can add events, jump to date, refresh settings. Just quickly, if you want to check that out, events in calendar, start of the week, time zone, show holidays, reminders, notifications, all that stuff is present in here. um Okay, then we do have a music player, gallery, themes has been covered up, settings, app store is in there as well, but again it is in Chinese language, so I guess that won't this will not come in that handy. uh, then we have the security section. So from in here you can control the permissions. Cleaner, I have already covered that up. Data usage, in case you want to keep a check on your data usage, then you can do that as well. um, Restrict data usage. It will just load all the apps, and then you can check mark whether mobile data should be restricted, or the Wi-Fi data, or both of them should be restricted. Say if I don't want the mobile data to be restricted for the AZ screen recorder, then I can just check that off. Data usage stats and top up, all that stuff is present in as well. Then using the block list option, you would be able to block certain contacts as well, certain numbers, or in fact this is blocked SMS and for both the calls as well. um, then virus scan, you can do that. Permissions, I guess. And then second space, using second space is like having two devices. We have already covered that up. Dual apps, app lock, payment security, deep clean, again that is something which the clean master does. Then connection speed, that is nothing but the network traffic indicator. You can also test the network if something you feel is not right, um, such as call drops, or there is a network drop. If in case you believe something wrong is happening, then you can test your network. So using the permission manager, you can configure which apps can start automatically in the background. um, then permissions, you can, let us see. Okay, so the permissions which you can control are, they can be viewed app wise, or you can just directly see which apps are using which permissions. Call and SMS, it will then just generate a list of all the apps which are using uh, a particular SMS or MMS service. That bifurcation has been done as well, so you can just view a list of all those apps. These are the ones. And then if you want to deny a certain app from a permission, you can just check this off, or you know accept, notify, or deny. um and similarly, if you just want to have a look at all the permissions which we have in here, then multimedia, access camera, record audio, modify settings, turn off Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, home screen shortcuts, show unlock screen, start in background, disable pop-up window, display pop-up window, sorry. And then root access, install via USB. If you want to install applications via USB, apps which have been installed that way, that can be done as well. Root access, the inbuilt root access does not work at all, so for getting root access on this ROM, you will have to flash supersu, and then the root access can be controlled using the supersu application. you know then I guess that's it what we have. Tools, we do get contact manager, we have an inbuilt file explorer, clock, recorder, compass, um, scanner, assistant. I showed you that does not work at all. FM reader is inbuilt as well, and then video call, again that application is in Chinese, so it won't come in handy that much. um Catalog and UC Mini and AZ screen recorded were installed by me. Terminal emulator was present by default in the ROM. Super Zoom, more apps, you can just, again, all of these are in Chinese. Notes application, if you just want to have a quick look at that as well. Then I was editing this note. So you can configure the background of the note, what background you want to have it. And then if you want to just delete it, just tap on the bin icon. You can add an image to it, you can add a checklist to it as well, and then just type out whatever you want to. um, and then tap to create a node, press and hold a node to pin, move or delete it, add more features, sync with mi cloud, set reminders. So all that stuff can be done from the notes application. And I guess this pretty much sums things up.